Hey guys, I'm just going to show everyone here the built-in radar detector system I've got on my BMW K1600. I'm in Canada here where radar detectors are illegal, so being stealthy, and I also cross the border frequently from North Dakota into Manitoba, and I want to be able to cross the border and not have anyone suspicious of a radar detector on my bike. So I didn't want something sticking out on a ram mount, on a ram arm, or even in my tank bag or anything. I want maximum range, maximum sensitivity. So what I came up with was a box right there in front of my oil cooler. You can see there's an oil cooler. And what I got was a Bex Series 3 enclosure box. It's an aluminum, made for electrical electrical stuff of some sorts. It comes with these dovetail mounts. Well, that's an option, but you can buy those dovetail mounts. And then to keep my radar detector cool, I use an Escort Redline, again 100% stealth. To keep it cool, there's some vents in the top of the box. Those are frog skins vents. They're from the snowmobiling world. What they do is they allow venting, yet they're waterproof. From snowmobiling, they're for keeping your clutches cool, so snow dust doesn't get in there. So on the underside, you can see I drilled like 1-inch hole saw holes before mounting this box, of course. And then way in the back there's 2 wires going into the box, and here are the wires. This one, of course, is the RJ11 for power. The other end of it gets power from my headlight, and then a 3.5 millimeter for my audio, which goes up to my handlebars, and I plug in there with Bose QC20 noise canceling earbuds, which really is the shit. Those noise canceling earbuds are the only way to go. So I'm doing this with one hand here. I'll try and show you what I've got. I'm now gonna put the detector into the box, plug in the back one first, plug in my RJ11, detector goes into the back, and there it sits. And then this box comes with aluminum. Well, the entire box is aluminum, as you can tell, but it comes with aluminum end plates, but I didn't want to sacrifice any range. So this is a 2-inch or 2 1/4 by 4, I believe, or 4 by 2 by 4 1/4, something like that. Welding helmet lens. It's a shade 5, so as you can see, you can see through it quite easily. But what it does goes on the front there and then keeps prying eyes from knowing I've got a radar detector in there. It's held on with 4 Torx T10 screws, so not something that many thieves have with them. Just to save time, I'm not going to show you how those screws go in. That's pretty self-explanatory, but that's the front of the box. I got the wires, actually. I also drilled, I think it's another 3/4 or a 1-inch hole in the back there where the wires go in, and that's a rubber grommet from, I believe I got that from a GM dealer, a Chevrolet dealer. It's just a typical grommet for plugging the holes in door sills, I believe. And yeah, I just put the wires in through the middle, drilled a hole through the middle, or cut a hole through the middle, push the wires in, and then sealed them up with silicone. So yeah, the box used to be 100% watertight. I've had this set up for 5 years now, and I guess the frog skin vents must have a lifespan, because when I wash the bike, water does migrate into the box enough that I have to take the detector out when I wash the bike with a garden hose. Driving in normal light rain hasn't been an issue, but like I say, for the first 3 or 4 years of usage, it was 100% waterproof. Now I'm gonna go around to the cockpit of the bike here, and that little light there is an LED light. You can see the other side doesn't have it. This is something I mounted right here. It's an LED light that just confirms power on to the detector. I got that as part of my power cord from Safe and Sound. They're a Florida-based company that custom makes any type of cord you want for radar detectors. And then coming over here to the handlebar, this is a mute button. So I can mute any alert I'm not interested in. Very inconspicuous, very nice, very useful when you, you know, sometimes you might get behind a car that gives you false blind spot monitoring alert. So you can just hit the mute and the detector will mute until the next threat comes through. Also back here, this is where I plug in my Bose QC20s, which I leave in my tank bag all the time, but Bose QC20s plug into here. The other end of this, you can see, goes to an Escort box. That box comes from Escort Radar, and it's a ground loop isolator. So the other end of this box is what my plugs into my detector for my audio. And then this is a 3.5 millimeter Y adapter. Here's the one end again that I plug my earbuds into. And then if you follow this wire, right there, that's the other female end. From there I have a male plugged into it, which goes to the audio system of my bike. So I can listen to satellite radio, iPhone music, AM, FM from my bike, and then a radar detector alert. Since this is just a Y adapter, radar alerts come in at the same time. No need to cancel the music. You can hear the alert easily over the music, just like you do in your automobile. You don't need to cancel out your car's radio when you get a radar detector alert. So I got the same system on the bike here, and it works fantastic. I'll power up my bike. When I turn my key on, my headlight comes on, but it doesn't give a full 12 volts to the headlight. It only gives about 8 for whatever reason on this particular bike, and that's not enough to power up the detector. So with the key on, everything's live except the detector. Fire it up. And there's the detector. It's going to go into its self-test right now. There. And it is now ready to get alerts. That light stays on all the time. And that light also flashes. That light also flashes with any alert. Again, that light is all part of the power cord system I got from Safe and Sound. At the end of the video, maybe I'll put a list of parts, or people can just contact me if you want to know exactly what kind of parts I have. But really, it's so seamless, so nice to have. I got this box zip tied there underneath my handlebars. I've had it that way for 5 years. Not the most beautiful thing, but from up here, all you see is a zip tie, and it's no big deal. Everything else, that's the way it all works. Thanks for watching.